In our last class, we have discussed management as profession. I think we have discussed two topics. One is management is a science as well as art, and another topic we have discussed, that is what is profession and how management as a profession. I think we have covered up to this.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So today we will see some other topics. At first, that is management, how management can be think as a process. Now, basically, the definition of process, or the process means there should be some input, there should have some processing device or some processing mechanism, whatever you say, and some output. We can think process like that. And now, management as a process, we can refer to it as a series of some interrelated functions where we perform some activities or functions which is interrelated. That means one function is dependent on another function. So management as a process, we can think it like that. Now, it is a process because management creates some ideas or some activities or some performance. It operates and it directs some purposive organization through some systematic, coordinated and cooperated human efforts. Okay, in management we will find that and there are different cooperated human efforts where cooperation, communication, these things are very important. So according to some great management personnel, that is George R. Terry, he has said that management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, then actuating, controlling, which are performed to determine and accomplish a stated objective by the use of human beings and other resources. So things are very important to understand. So management, according to Terry, management is a distinct process. It is a distinct, we can distinguish it. It is a distinct process consisting of some set of activities. The main set of activities are planning. You have to make a plan when you are going to implement the thing. So you need some plan. Then you have to organize according to your plan. You have to organize different resources. You have to organize your thing, what you will be needed during the course of action. So organizing, then actuating. Actuating means you are every moment you are trying to judge that whether you are going into the right track or not. If not, how much deviation are there. So you have to actuate that thing, and then to control that deviation, you need to control the process. I mean, suppose you have to achieve some goal which is given by your organization, like you have to achieve 20% market share in 2021. Now you have planned according to that. You have organized the thing, that is okay. But when you are in the implementation phase, you have found that you are deviating from your target. Maybe your target is will be achieved. The amount of target which will be achieved is only the 50% of your set target, that is 10%. So in that case, you may have to replan, or you may have to reorganize, or you may have to take some measure, which is basically controlling. Whatever we are doing, this planning, organizing, actuating and controlling, we are performing this to accomplish our stated objective, that is 20% market share. And during all these things, you will be needed different resources. Among them, human resources are very important, With human resource, not only human resource will work, with human resources, other resources like machineries, like other raw materials or whatever things will be needed. So that is basically said by George R. Terry, that is, management is a distinct process which is consisting of planning, organizing, then actuating and controlling, which is performed to determine some accomplished stated objective, perform an accomplished stated objective by the use of human beings and other resources. Now, as a process, management consists of three aspects. If we think management, we can think it as three. We can think it as from 3 point of views. One is that management is a social process. That means some social materials are involved in it. Now, why this is so? Because as you know, that human factor is most important among all these factors or resources, whatever we will use in management. So therefore, management is concerned with developing relationship among people. I have told you in very beginning that relationship among people, communication, coordination among people is very important. So that is why, if you are not social enough, if you are not talking to your fellow employees, if you are not talking to your colleagues, then as a manager it will be very hard for you to achieve this goal. So because you are dependent on the resource, human resource, and human resource is not, it is different from other resources. So here you need to communicate, here you need your coordination, cooperation, all these things. So it is the duty of the management to make interaction between people productive and useful for obtaining organization goals. So as communication, coordination is important among people, it is very important. So it is the duty of the management to make interaction between people. You should have some environment in your organization where people can interact freely. Otherwise, you cannot achieve a productive and useful environment for your organization to achieve your stated goal, which is set by your organization. So that is basically, management is a social process. That's why management is a social process, we say. Then next is, management is an integrating process. Now, integrating means interrelated. It is interrelated to each other basically. So management undertakes the job of bringing together, that is, human and physical and financial resources. Because if you think, we need basically three types of resources: some human resources, some physical resources, and some financial resources, because money is very important in everywhere. So financial resources, physical resources, human resources, all these should be integrated. All these should be go in hand by hand. Then only you can able to achieve the organizational goal or organizational purpose. So that's why it is very important to bring some harmony between various factors. Factors means these three factors mainly: human factors, physical factors, and financial factors. Suppose you are organized, you are going according to your plan, but at some point of time you are not able to progress, as because your financial resources are not available, or your physical resources, the machinery what you want, that machinery is not available, or that machinery is not functioning properly. Then it will ultimately hamper your work, it will ultimately hamper your job, and you will not able to achieve your stated goal. So integrating all things are very important. Different human resources, different kind of human resources, whatever you will be needed, with that the physical resources what you need, and the financial resource. So that's why we say management is an integrating process. Next, management is a continuous process. That you can very easily understand, because we cannot say that our management part is done. It is not like that. Management is everywhere, and it is continuous, and it is going on and on and on. Every point of time some management is needed. So you cannot say that, okay, our management part is done, So I don't have to, I don't need more management. Uh, After that, it will go on its own. I don't have to coordinate. I don't have to cooperate. We don't need to arrange. We don't need any more plans, or we don't need any controlling activities. So it will go on its own. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen everywhere. Every point of time, there will be some management in different other forms. So management is a continuous process. So these three things, we can say that management is a social process, as because cooperation, coordination among human resources are needed. Management is an integrating process, as because we need different kinds of resources, among them human resource, physical resource, and financial resources are most important. Apart from that, there are other resources also. So we need to integrate all these things, we need to add up all these things, we need to gather all these things, and we have to move on. And management is a continuous process, as because there is no end to management. Management will be everywhere. Even after accomplishment of your job also, there will be some management, because you have to maintain that thing. So to maintain that thing, you need again management. So that's why you can say that management is a continuous process as well. So this is basically management as a process. So this is basically management as a process, we can say. Now you tell me if you have any question from here. If you think, if you are not agree with these points, you can say. If you have something other, some other thinking in your mind, you can share that with me also. That's management, how management can be a process, or there could be something more, what you can include. You can tell me what you are thinking. That's most important. You can say, please. Do you have anything else in your mind? That I have said that management is a process because of these factors, because of these properties of management. Do you think I'm right, or you think that something else can be included in it? Please share your thought, students. Do you have any question, please?
No, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are completely agree with these points, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So next is another very important topic, that is what is the difference between management and administration? Because if you think, if you think about your degree, name of your degree, nomenclature of your degree, what you are doing, graduation degree, which is it is known as Bachelor of Business Administration. You are not going through Bachelor of Business Management. Our degree's name is Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA. So, but we're learning management here. We're learning management here. Not only management, we're learning different other things as well. But all these things we're learning because of management. So why the name of the degree is administration? And this should be this question should come in your mind. So the answer is that if we see the definition of administration, so you will see that it will refers to the group of individuals who are in charge of creating and enforcing rules and regulations, or those in leadership positions to complete important tasks. So basically, in a nutshell, we can say that administration is defined as the act of managing duties, responsibilities, or rules. What's the meaning of that? So that means, as an administrator, what you have to do, what will be your responsibilities, what will be your duties, that is, you have to manage all these things. You have to control people so that they can they are going through the according to the rules of the organization. They can work properly. You have to create an environment where the people can work freely, they can interact freely, they can be you have to enforce different rules to them, to your organization. You have to go with the regulations of the different governmental or organizational policies, and you have to complete, ultimately you have to complete your important tasks, or you have to manage people so that they can complete the important tasks, whatever has been enforced to them, whatever has been given to them. So that is basically the definition of administration. In the administration, what we do, as an administrator, you will be in charge of everything. You will be in charge of creating and enforcing the rules and regulations. You have to be keep in your mind that you have to complete the tasks. So to complete the task, you need to take the help of other human resources or other resources. So that duty is also coming onto your shoulder. So that's why we say that administration is defined as the act of managing duties, responsibilities, or rules. And that's why in our degree, it is our nomenclature of our degree, it is known as business administration. Though it is business administration, here what we are doing is that we are learning what is management, because we have to know the management, we have to know the laws and regulations, what we will learn in our subsequent semesters. It will be a course like business laws. You have to know in Indian social studies. You have to know the culture and all the things of in the Indian perspective and all that. So there will be different things. You have to know the other theories and all that. So ultimately, whatever you have to what you have to do, you have to enforce these things in your organization on the different people as a manager or administrator, whatever you say, and you have to ultimately accomplish the task. You have to ultimately fulfill the stated objective, which will be given by your organization. So that's why it is known as administration, because administration is something more than management. It can be think of something more than management, where administrators, they are also the part of management, and they know what is management, they know what are the other theories of management, they know how to implement it, they know what are the rules and regulations, how far they can go, they know their responsibilities. So that's why you can say your degree name is business administration, not business management. Yeah, somebody has raised his hand. কিছু বলবে কেউ? একজন মাঝখানে কে হাত তুললে? Okay. So if we see the difference between management and administration, then we will get that as a definition, management, we can say that it is art of getting things done through others by directing their efforts towards achievement of predetermined goals. We have a predetermined goal that will be set by your organization, or as a manager by yourself, you have set a target, different issue, whatever may be that. But it is management is art of getting things done. We have to accomplish that thing through others. আমরা নিজেরা কিন্তু as a manager আমি টোটাল জিনিসটাকে কন্ট্রোল করব, আমরা টোটাল জিনিসটাকে রেগুলেট করব, আমরা টোটাল জিনিসটাকে দেখবো যে তারা ঠিকঠাক যাচ্ছে কিনা, ঠিকঠাক হচ্ছে কিনা, বাট we are dependent upon the other resources. Okay, so that's why it is getting things done through others by directing them, and by directing them, by directing them, we are using their talent, we are using their effort towards the achievement of our predetermined goal. So that is the definition of the management, we can say. But on the other hand, when we are coming to administration, so it is formulation of broad objectives, plans, and policies. So as an administration, we can define administration as it is formulation of broad objectives, overall broad objective. What is my objective, ultimate objective, our plans, and our policies. Policies means how far we can go, what we can do, what we cannot do. Wherever this policies term is coming, so there will be different laws, different regulations. That laws may come from the organizational laws, or may come from the governmental laws, because there are different laws are there in every country, everywhere. There are some international laws also, so we have to abide by those laws and regulations, so we have to know those things. So administration, it will formulate those things, it will fix those things, how far we can go, what we can do, what we cannot do, how far we can direct a person towards his goal, কি তাকে কতটুকু তাকে বলা যেতে পারে, কতটুকু তাকে বলা যেতে পারে না। আমি তাকে বলতে পারি ঠিক আছে তুমি দিনে 10 ঘন্টা কাজ করো, তাকে যদি বলি দিনে 24 ঘন্টা কাজ করো, দ্যাট ইজ নট দ্য রুল। আর দিনে 23 ঘন্টা কাজ করো, 18 ঘন্টা কাজ করো, that is not the exact rule. So that's why you have to know properly the labor rules and all that. So these are the things. So that is basically administration. Now not only that, somebody is not working properly, so what measure we can take, what action we can take against him or her. But again, there are also some rules are there, you have to abide by those rules and regulations. So that is basically administration is. হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার স্যার এটাতে একটা হতে পারে, যদি আরো ইজি এক্সাম্পল যদি ধরি, আমার মনে হয় যেরকম ধরুন স্যার আমাদের মানে ম্যাক্সিমাম স্টুডেন্টদের এরকম একটা সবাই গোল সেট করা আছে যে আমি আফটার আমি গ্রাজুয়েশন আমি একটা ভালো জব পাবো, সেটা যদি আমাদের গোল হয়ে থাকে এবং সেটা আমরা আমাদের কলেজের থ্রু দিয়ে, আমাদের ফ্যাকাল্টির থ্রু দিয়ে, সমস্ত কিছু দিয়ে সেই গোলটা আমরা অ্যাচিভ করছি, এই গোলটা আগে থেকে সিলেক্ট করে আছে, এটা দুই এটা ম্যানেজমেন্টের পার্ট। আর অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনের পার্ট বলতে গেলে সেটা পেতে গেলে কি কি রুলস আছে, আমরা অ্যাডমিশনের সময় এক্সাম স্টেটে এক্সামে দিয়েছি, বা আমাদের কলেজ থেকে যেরকম আমাদের বলা হয়েছে যে এইচএস মার্কশিট লাগবে, এই যে রুলস রেগুলেশন গুলো, এটা অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনের পার্ট। হতে পারে তো তাহলে? হ্যাঁ
হতে পারে, হতে পারে, হতে পারে। যেমন অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনে তুমি এটাও বলতে পারো যে হ্যাঁ যদি কেউ যদি 75%, হোয়াট ইজ অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন, কেউ যদি 75% অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স না থাকে কারো, so college or university can take a decision that whether he or she will be able to sit in the exam or not.
Yes, exactly, sir.
So that is a part of the administration, because that is coming through some rules and regulation, and that rules are there in the university. That's why this rule has come, and that's why college can implement that rule, impose that rule on any student who is not able to achieve his this kind of percentage and all that. Again in placement also, again for placement also, if somebody is not attending the placements consecutively, 3 placements, 4 placements, so there is a rule, college can decide that okay, from the next placement that person will be not able to attend anymore, because he or she is not attending, consecutive 4 or 3 or 4 placements. So these are the rules, and this is the part of the administration. This is the thing. So that is the difference between management and administration. Now management and administration goes hand by hand actually, but there is a thin difference. So that difference is there. Now according to the nature, we can think that management means executing functions, then function, then doing function. All these things are management, because management means we are implementing, actually we are in the implementation stage, and in the implementation stage, what are the problems, what are the barriers are coming, we have to overcome those. That is management. But in the administration, on the administration part, the nature could be decision making, whether he or she will be able to sit in the exam, the decision making, and thinking, all these things. Thinking means we have to think that whether we can enforce this law on his or her, whether there will be some problem. So that is the thinking. So That is the nature of the management as well as the nature of the administration. In the nature of the management, you will see executing phase will be very important, or doing function will be very important, because it is an implementation kind of thing. And administration means overall, broad perspective, whatever we say, broad objective. So decision making, whether it can be done or not, that thinking is very important. We cannot do like we are going and we are doing anything what we want. That we cannot do. So we have to think, we have to decide before enforcing these rules and regulations. So that is basically administration. Then scope. Now decisions within the framework set by the administration. Scope of the management. What is the scope? What is the coverage area of the management? How far you can cover? So decisions within the functions. Decisions within the function, framework set by the administration. Whatever administration has set for us, we can we have to maintain. As a manager, we have to maintain those framework. We have to maintain that framework. Actually, we have some defined set of rules and regulations. Whenever we are implementing those rules and regulations on anybody, we are imposing any rules and regulations on anybody due to any reason, we have to maintain that rules and regulations, that set of rules and regulations, whatever given by the organization. Like in our case also, whatever we can do, we have to, like our syllabus has changed. So we are basically in implementation stage, and we are giving you giving you this information that your syllabus has changed, and now on we will follow this syllabus. Now this is basically management, because we are implementing it. Now what is administration? Administration means university has set that rule. University has said that, okay, your syllabus now on, your BBA syllabus will be this. Instead of computer application, principle of management will be your first subject. So that is the scope of management and administration. Administration, this rule has come from the university. We have to abide by those rules and regulations. Like 12th January will be a holiday. It is coming from the government of West Bengal. So we have to maintain that rule. We cannot take any classes on 12th, or we cannot open our college on 12th, or maybe more broadly, like we cannot, as per the government of India rule, that we cannot bring our students to college. 100% attendance is not possible in college. We cannot bring them, everybody. So that is a rule. Now to maintain that rule, okay, and when we are maintaining that rule, even we have to implement the thing that okay, we have to distribute the uniforms and books and all that. So what we did, we just make some groups where there will be no big gathering. Big gathering will be not there. So by maintaining the rules of the government of India, we are enforcing, we are implementing the same thing, where nobody can say as us that we are not maintaining the rules and regulations, because we are not making such big gathering and all that. So that is the difference between administration and management. Actually, management, we are amra tomader anchi college, we are bringing you are coming to the college, you are getting your uniforms, you are getting your books and all that. But at the same time, nobody can say that you are making a big gathering and all that, because we are maintaining the rules of government as well when you are doing same. So that is the difference between management and administration. Administration will set some rule, management will while management will be implemented those rules, they have to keep in their mind that they have to abide by those rules and regulations. So that is the difference. Next, level of authority. I mean, who can operate? That is the thing. So basically, management, it will be operated by the middle level managers or middle level activities. Middle level activities will be performed by the management, and top level activities, decision making and all that, which is actually happen at the top level. I will come to the level of management very soon. So top level managers, top level personnel of an organization, they will formulate these rules and regulations. So they will from them the middle level people of the organization will come to know that okay, this is the rule, this up to this we can go, beyond that this is not our scope of thing. So that is the level of authority, যে কোন লেভেলে জিনিসটা অপারেট হচ্ছে। সো ম্যানেজমেন্ট অ্যাকচুয়ালি অপারেট হচ্ছে মিডল লেভেলে, অর ইট ইজ আ মিডল লেভেল অ্যাক্টিভিটি। আর অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন এটা অপারেট হচ্ছে বেসিক্যালি টপ লেভেলে, সো টপ লেভেল অ্যাক্টিভিটি। Next is status. Now, from the management, for the management, group of managerial personnel who use their specialized knowledge to fulfill the objective of an enterprise. That is the status of the management. Say management এর ক্ষেত্রে সেখানে group of managerial personnel are there who are actually known as managers of an organization, who use their specialized skill, like specialized knowledge and skill. Like right now you are learning those skills, you are in the stage of very beginning, I mean very initial stage of learning those things. So specialized knowledge to fulfill the objective of an enterprise. Ultimately we have to fulfill the objective of our enterprise. And in case of administration, consists of owners who invest capital in the and receive profits from an enterprise. So administration, it is basically consist of owners মানে যাদের অর্গানাইজেশন, কোম্পানিটা যারা ওন করছে তাদের, তারা কি করেছে, দে হ্যাভ ইনভেস্টেড সাম ক্যাপিটাল, তারা কিছু মানি ইনভেস্ট করেছে, এবং কেন করেছে, বিকজ টু রিসিভ দি প্রফিটস ফ্রম অ্যান এন্টারপ্রাইজ। সো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ডিফারেন্স বিটুইন ম্যানেজমেন্ট অ্যান্ড অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন। ম্যানেজমেন্টের ক্ষেত্রে ম্যানেজার্স আর ডুইং দিস থিংস, অ্যান্ড অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনের ক্ষেত্রে ওনার্স আর এনফোর্সিং দোজ রুলস অ্যান্ড অল দ্যাট, and they have invested some capital, invested some money, capital means money here, and they are receiving profits from the enterprise. So for that only they have invested this thing. So that is the difference between management and administration. Now there are other differences also, like usage. From the usage perspective, okay, let me see how much time is left. Okay, some time is there. So usage, now management, it is used in business enterprise. Administration, if you think, administration is very popular with government organization, with military organization, with educational and religious organizations as well. In our organization, as it is an educational organization, so administration is more prominent than management. Here we stress on the administration rather than management, but okay, still management is needed. Some point management, some stage managements are management is needed, but the thing is it is mostly administration than management. So that's why it is popular with governmental organization. In military organizations also there are administration, you know, there are different rules and regulations that is maintained by them. In educational and religious organizations also administration is more popular. Then influence. Now in management, decisions are influenced by the values, opinions, beliefs and decisions of the managers. What managers are thinking, what is their opinion, what is their belief, according to that decisions are taken. But in administration, it is influenced by public, as it is government organizations and all that. So it is influenced by public opinion, governmental policies and customs, etc. Customs means, in case of religious organizations, customs are very prominent, so customs, etc. So in administration, it is influenced by public opinion, what public are saying, what is the public opinion, what is the opinion poll and all that. Then governmental policies and customs, etc. Then what is the main function of management? It is motivating and controlling. The main function of management is to motivate other people and control them. And what is the main function of administration? It is planning and organizing. We are planning and we are organizing. So that is basically administration. Abilities. Now in management we can able to handle the employees, and in administration we can handle the business objectives, business aspects, and the financial aspects as well. So that is basically the abilities of the administration. Okay. So that is the basic difference between management and administration. Now our this part is going to end.